Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long goes 1975. A using girls on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long goes 1975.
This is F-Zero on my SNES Mini. It was released by Nintendo in 1990, at least in Japan, and it was a launch game for the Super Famicom. And oddly enough, if you watch my nostalgic memories of the Super Famicom video, I'm pretty sure F-Zero was the one game I forgot to mention. Or did I? I've forgotten the fact that I may not have forgotten that, but never mind. Pretty sure it was. I got a bundle. It wasn't bundled with it from new, it was just happened to be the person I bought it off. Well, my mate got him to do me a favour, and I had Pilot Wings, Super R-Type, F-Zero, Super Mario World, and I can't remember what else, but I had about, Gradius 3, and I had about, Final Fight, there we go, I had about 5 games. So, you know, normally when you get a console, brand new console, and I pretty much got it at launch, you know, like, well, around about the launch of the Japanese one, you got one game and you string it out, which I guess is better because you play it and actually finish it. I just kept putting them in, pulling them out, putting them in, pulling them out, playing like, hey, sorry, that sounded naughty, playing a little bit of each and every single one of them. But I think this was probably my favourite for sheer out-and-out graphics, because you've got to remember this is Mode 7, or this console, you know, this was the introduction of Mode 7 because this was the first game, or the first game of the launch games, I believe, and we hadn't seen anything like this. Sure, we've been seeing sprite scaling and stuff like that, and weaving road effects, but this was true 3D, you know, with its scaling and stuff like that, because of Mode 7, or as I like to call it, because it's very flat, IKEA 3D. See what I did there? Anyway, it's a racing league in the future, hence it's F-Zero, and you have to race around, beat your opponents, you take damage, which you then go into the pits. When you see a charge up effect, like obviously hitting the walls, hitting your opponents and going over the gravel, not only slows you down but damages you, I believe. And this swept, you know, the board back in the day. Everyone absolutely was blown away, but we've never seen anything like it. I mean, it was on the Game Boy Advance, there were loads of versions of this. It was amazing on the GameCube, but the original to me is still the best. Now each car has a different attribute from the other. We'll go with that. Blue Falcon. See that rotation effect there? That to me looks like 3D, or it certainly did back then. But hasn't this franchise been dormant for like 14 years? Which is shocking. Right, Knight League, Queen League, King League, Class Beginner. That works. No? Yeah. Right, so you got amazing music, I'll tell you that. Now the reason I'm revisiting this is I've got a gameplay of it from absolutely ages. This is the pits, I don't really need it now, but ages ago, and it was on SNES 9X running on my Wii because it wasn't the Virtual Console port, and well, for the most part that emulator is really good and really strong, and it served me well on this channel. It butchers the sound, and from having played around with my mini SNES and can't talk and play, and having hacked it and put loads of SNES ROMs on there, maybe not with full ROM set, just the ones I want to play, it basically does perfect emulation, or maybe it doesn't. Anyway, I'm waffling. Right, so you got accelerate, brake, hits, energy top right, oh shit, right, now, you got lean. You haven't just got turn, but you got lean. Ooh, and obviously there are a certain number of cars you have to race to win. I'm getting battered. But also there are, how should I word this? I don't know, dumb cars, you know, drone cars, dumb drones, I don't know. But yeah, this was when I first got this, and I invited all my mates around, and that would have been, you know, around about the time 1990, late 90, I think. Yeah, this was like, I mean, we were all impressed with the Mega Drive and stuff like that. And I was a Sega boy to this point, and it did overlap. I did keep my Mega Drive, but this sold me at the time on Nintendo. I was just like, holy shit, I didn't think graphics like this could exist outside the arcade. And certain games like this, definitely sprite games and games from the 90s, to me at least, hold up. I mean, you got clunky 3D like on PlayStation and Saturn, it doesn't. But sprite games age extremely well, and this is a 3D game that you could argue also does, because, right, yeah, it's sprite, but it's 3D. Right, I am first. I would try and, you know, like, blaze this, like, whoop, I love that, like, jet effect, noise, no you don't, oh fuck balls, sorry, I didn't realise I kept my finger on the bumper, yoink, that was my fault, and I completely lost my train of thought. That's my fault entirely. She serves me right for being a doofus. Like I said, talking and playing, kids. Not my bag, baby. Oh, fuck, we got a lap. We might just sneak away with it. You ever noticed though that the drone cars, they like really seem to like get in the way of you and give you a bloody hard time. But it's like, I don't know, it's like they've been paid off by the opposition, and the opposition just like, nah. They're alright. See? It's like you get close to them and then suddenly you're magnetised. Oh, you bastard! You better not. No way, no, he should slow down as much as me then. I cannot believe I dropped the ball like that. Balls, bollocks. Those like kind of, stretch circles at the side of the track. I don't know, that just, whenever I saw this in magazines back in there, that's something that's iconic and it always sticks in my head. Right, yeah, that was shocking. Right, obviously there's loads of tracks and stuff like that. Basically, for a launch game, right, if I go left, this was just something else. I mean, most systems when they come out, new systems, have a killer launch game. But like, to me, the Super Nintendo or the SNES was just loaded with them. But this was just, this was like how you announce yourself to the world. Check it out, world, I'm here. Polish up your eyes because you ain't seen shit like this. Whoop, yoink. I mean, obviously you could say that's plain and like the tracks, well, they are impressive, the complete lack of background objects. Well, yeah, but again, this was new territory. This was ahead of its time. I'm not going to bother getting juiced up. That's what Arnie said. And that was the year he didn't win. Sorry. Right, but yeah, it's like I said, some games just age amazingly, and this is one of them. I've also got a gameplay of the Game Boy Advance version. Somewhere knocking around, I've got the, well, no, I had the GameCube one, it doesn't work anymore. Well, that was an interesting one, because you could take, I know I shouldn't really compare that to this, because that was Sega, but you could take your arcade, your save from it, and you could use it on the machine in the arcades, couldn't you? Which to me is like crossing the streams Ghostbusters shit. But yeah, I don't know how this would compare. Obviously this is the NTSC North American version, but I had the Japanese one back in the day, but I never played the PAL one, so I don't know how it compared, but I'm assuming the PAL one, because it would have been 50 hertz. 50 hertz? 50 hertz and crop was basically probably just shit. But if you only had the PAL one back in the day, then you had nothing to compare it against, did you? But if you did, let me know. I mean, does this basically just piss all over it, or was it good enough? I don't know. The only PAL games I played were, where I realised that fucking hell was the UK Street Fighter 2, which was just shockingly slow and shockingly boarded. I think I've mentioned this in another video. The first time this is lovely. Sorry, first time I played it, I actually thought, like, wait, is this broken? Is something wrong with the system or the cartridge? That can't be right. But then, having said that, that's because I came off. Well, it's the slow one because of it's that slow. I had the Japanese version, and that was like full screen and such a thing of beauty. That was video game porn when I first saw that. It's funny because that one's aged the worst. Anyway, I'm all over the Shocker Mix commentary, much like I am all over the road. Oh, that music's so good, I might have to put it on my phone and listen to it at work. Hey, I got round the little wanker for once. That jet effect is just amazeballs. Sexy, and you know it. That's right. Well, there you go. Oh man, there's so much nostalgia for this game. It just makes me remember being a kid back in the day. But F-Zero running on my SNES Mini. Some things are like wine and just age amazingly, and this is one of them. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.